Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Let's get into this 4-day mommy and me meal prep. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I have Ezra here with mommy today. Say hello. We are going to be doing a mommy and me meal prep today, guys. So if you guys are interested in seeing our meal prep, make sure you guys continue watching. First, subscribe so that you guys can get a new video from us every Wednesday at 3 p.m. But I am going to be working really hard, you guys, for the next 6 months to get a lot done. And so one of my goals is a health and a fitness goal. And so now that my son eats food, well, actually he's been eating food, but he's starting to eat like meat and proteins. It's really important that I actually like make him meals and make sure that he eats well like me as well. So if I'm eating out and I'm eating steak and shake and whatever, what does he eat, you know? So this is really exciting. This is my first time meal prepping. Hopefully Ezra is a good chef partner. So guys, without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is set my oven to 350 and allow it to preheat as I am going ahead and cutting my zucchini. I'm sorry, this is squash. So for my son, I am making chicken breast and squash. I've actually never made chicken breast or squash for him before, but my mother actually made it for him and he seemed to love it. So she told me what I'm supposed to do is cut the squash down the middle. I'm supposed to take the seeds out and then I am supposed to let it bake in the oven for about 50 minutes. So that is what I am doing right now. When I first started to take the seeds out of the insides, guys, I really thought that it was like just like a top layer of seeds. No, that whole middle circle inside of this butternut squash actually needs to come out. So you guys will see in the next clip where I'm actually literally like scooping it out like a piece of something. But yes, squash is actually really good for babies, especially because it doesn't take much work. All you literally have to do is bake it and then feed it to them. So I'm going to then put the squash on a pan, on a baking pan, and I'm going to cover it with aluminum foil. I will set the timer on the oven to make sure that I don't overcook it, and then it will be done. The next thing I'm going to do is prepare my chicken breast for my baby. I do not want to have any seasonings really on there because it's not good for kids. So I just put cinnamon. Cinnamon is a natural type of seasoning to use. So I just literally marinate his chicken with cinnamon and that's it. I definitely do it separately from my chicken because of course I don't want him having all of that stuff. And then I'm just going to put the chicken in the air fryer, place the air fryer on the chicken setting and let it go. Now it's time for Mama Shark chicken. Okay, so we're going to add some olive oil, y'all, some white pepper, black pepper, garlic, salt, and then I believe some paprika, of course red pepper. I love everything spicy. And then I'm going to add 2 Sazon packets. Okay, after that, the last and final little ingredient that I love to do now is mustard. Oh my god, y'all have to try mustard marinade on y'all chicken. If you have not done it, it is absolutely fire. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my tongs and I'm just going to move all of my chicken around to make sure that my marinade is getting on every part of the chicken. For me, it's really important that I stick to what I know, as in giving myself something that I know I'm gonna love so that I can make sure that I'm able to eat it for 3 days. I will say, guys, it is currently Wednesday and I have had my food done since Sunday and I have stuck to the plan and I have not eaten out one time, guys. So I'm very proud of myself. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is make our yellow rice. I want to prepare our water, so I just put a little salt in it so that it can boil faster. I'm going to take a cup of rice and I'm just going to sit it to the side as our water begins to boil. Now, I really wanted to add a little more flavor to my chicken. So I did decide, guys, to go ahead and cut up an onion. Now, this onion is not like diced or minced. I'm going to cut it in fairly large pieces so that as I'm eating, I'm actually picking up, large pieces of onion. If you make it too small, it can kind of dissolve or whatever. So I wanted to make them pretty big, as you guys can see. And I'm just going to put them inside of the bowl. And as you guys continue watching, when I cook the chicken, you'll see how the onions came out so good. Now, guys, for my vegetable, I am doing zucchini. I am making 2 zucchinis for 3 days. Yes, I am, because I really need to increase my vegetable intake really bad. So I'm just making sure that I also go for vegetables that I really love, and I love zucchini. So I made 2 zucchinis, and I'm just going to pretty much pan fry them, guys. Now that those are done, I'm going to go ahead and put some rice inside of the boiling water. Notice I did add an extra cup because I did put a little too much water. And I did not have time to mess up any food, especially being that I'm prepping for 4 days, So then I'm just using a little olive oil in my pan, and I'm putting my zucchini in there, placing a top over and allowing it to simmer. Now it is time for me to add my chicken to my air fryer. So I'm going to put my chicken inside of the air fryer bowl, just to make sure that all of my juices and my onions are inside of the bowl and actually cooking with my chicken, okay? And I'm just checking the zucchini. It is now done, guys. So let's go ahead and prep our dinner. So for dinner, we are having a very hearty serving of zucchini, yellow rice, and then 1 full chicken breast. And now it is time to plate our yellow rice. Now, let me tell you, and by our, I mean mine, okay? I'm so excited, you guys. It has been a long time coming. I literally did not know how to cook before. Like, I'm talking like maybe 3 years ago. I had no idea how to cook. And also, y'all, I had no idea how to make rice. So you guys see my rice is very much so solid, not hard, but not like soggy soft. And this meal is absolutely amazing. I have my last one today, guys. So if y'all are interested in seeing my next couple days of meal prep, please let me know. I would love to let you guys in. This was actually really fun to make this video. It was hard. I'm not gonna lie. It took me 5 hours because I had the baby and everything. But it was super fun, y'all. So just want to throw that little 2 cents in. And now for our Big Daddy chicken breast. Y'all, these chicken breasts came out so good. Now, I just wanted to give a tip. If you are meal prepping and you're cooking some type of meat, make sure that you undercook your meat, because the microwave is going to cook your meat and you don't want to have dry food all week, So I made sure I undercooked all my meat. Yes, I did use the setting on the air fryer. I have the Corso air fryer from Amazon. Yes, I did use that, the chicken setting, but I did make sure that I didn't use it for the full time. I definitely turned down the temperature and the time setting on it as well to make sure. And then I'm just going behind and I'm just making sure that I pour all of the juices and the onions onto the chicken, because again, this is going to keep it very much so flavorful and not dry for sure. All right, so now that my dinner is done, it is time to prepare Ezra's dinner plate. Now, of course, it doesn't take much for him to get full because all of his meals are still, he still eats them with his milk, and his milk has added rice in it. So I'm gonna put all 4 of his meals in this same container. My biggest thing is just trying to get as much of this squash out as I can. You guys, I promise the next time I do squash, it'll be a more smoother process. But as y'all can see, I have struggled to get it cut open. I struggled to get the seeds out, and y'all, now I'm struggling to pull it out. Not that it was hard, but I do believe that I used the wrong type of spoon, and I should have been using something different. Nevertheless, what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna just kind of cut up the chicken into a couple pieces, place it on top of his squash, and then in order for him to eat it, I actually puree it. I do not give my baby this food just regular. He doesn't have teeth. He's only 6 months, so I do have to puree it later, but this is just my prep for him for his dinner. So now that his food is pretty much done and prepared, it's time for us to move on to our lunch. I did make dinner first because I'm doing this so late that we needed to have dinner. But I'm moving on to lunch. Now for lunch, guys, I have been inspired by Chick-fil-A. I'm creating their Cobb salad, but I'm doing it with salmon bites instead of chicken. So let's get to this salad. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm putting eggs inside of the air fryer. Yes, guys, you can hard boil your eggs in the air fryer. I did learn that on TikTok. Let me not take the credit, okay? But you need to put it on about, I don't know, there, 300 for 15 minutes. And now while those cook, I'm just going to go ahead and put my spring mix that I added some spinach to, and I'm going to put them inside of my little plates. Now, y'all, it's basically up to you, but I honestly would suggest doing solely spinach next time. I would not do mixed greens again. I do not like the way they feel or taste. The next thing I'm doing is I just opened a can of corn. Now, Chick-fil-A's recipe calls for roasted corns, but Mama wasn't roasting no corns because Mama was tired. So I just did the corn straight from the can. I definitely made sure I, drained them before I started to use them as well. Then I'm going to mix I have some triple cheddar cheese, and I also have some mozzarella cheese, and I'm going to put that on the side. Now, basically what I'm doing is, guys, I'm just making a salad that I'm going to be able to come back to later and literally just throw everything on top of one another, and boom, I have my salad. Now that my eggs are hard boiled, I have given them an ice bath. And I have peeled them, and now I'm putting them on top of my corn. Didn't want to put them on top of the cheese, guys. I just didn't know how that would work, okay? Now, in this next clip, I am about to make my avocado lime dressing. I was so disgusted by the fact that it took me to open 3 avocados before I found one that I could actually use, especially being that I get my groceries delivered. I just was very disappointed that the person didn't think more than to give me molded, disgusting avocados, but whatever. So here we go with the avocado lime dressing. So I'm opening up an avocado. I'm taking out the seed and the skin in the middle. And I'm literally just going to dump the remains, the insides, into my blender. I'm going to use ranch dressing, lime, like lime juice from a real lime, and I'm going to use garlic salt. And the avocado lime dressing, again, it is also inspiration from Chick-fil-A's Cobb salad as well. So when I'm done creating the avocado lime dressing mix, I'm going to just blend it inside of the blender on, I think, high. And then I have like some little containers that I'm going to use so I can just kind of section out my avocado lime ranch dressing day by day. I probably should have made a little more, y'all, but I didn't know. So I'm just pouring it into my little containers now. And I'm just keeping everything separate, as you guys can see, so nothing gets soggy, nothing gets messed up. I will want to say, though, make sure you guys don't have your refrigerator too high because some of my salads froze, okay? Now, we are almost done, but we don't have any protein for our salad yet, y'all. So it is time to make our salmon really quickly. Before I recorded the video, guys, I want you to know that I did clean my meats, okay? I cleaned my meat, my chicken and my salmon with vinegar and lemon. So now I'm just cutting it into squares so that I'm able to actually cook it as, what do you call those, bites, like, you know, the little bites. I don't really want to cook it as pieces. I want to cook it as bites, and then I want to, you know, kind of smash it up as I'm eating or whatever the case may be. So when I'm done cutting all the salmon up, I'm then going to season it with the seasons that you see in front of me. That's going to be olive oil, white pepper, black pepper, and garlic salt. Normally when I'm making salmon to eat, I put a little more seasoning on it, but actually Old Bay too, guys. I definitely use some Old Bay. But for this, I kind of just wanted to keep the sea taste of it, like, you know, like the seafood taste, especially because it's a protein for a salad, which can be kind of bland without a different type of like taste to it, you know. So now that our salmon has been cut up, I'm going to place it in the same bowl that I used for the chicken. Of course, the bowl is clean. But yes, this is what the salmon is like. And I'm just going to go ahead and then season my salmon to my liking before I put it in my air fryer. Y'all, I just realized I made every single thing except for the squash inside of the air fryer. So if you don't have one, please go get you one. If you don't know where to get one at, of course, y'all, Amazon is my favorite, and I will make sure that I put the link in my Amazon store so that you guys can see where I got all of the stuff that I am using. Okay. Now, this actually only takes 8 minutes. As in the cooking of it only takes 8 minutes, which I absolutely love. So that's another thing. Now, before this video ends, be sure to subscribe, guys. We have a new video every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Now that we're done mixing the salmon, it's time to put it in, and voila, guys, we are done. So we have our 4 salmon Cobb salads with our side of salmon and our side of avocado lime dressing. I do have our nutrition energy mix, and then I have chicken breast with onions, yellow rice, and zucchini. And then my son has his squash and cinnamon chicken. Now, I just wanted to let you all know, for breakfast, the reason why you guys did not see me meal prep is because we're actually doing smoothies all week. So if you guys are interested in our breakfast smoothies, please let me know. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all next time.